Hi everybody and welcome back to Sean Cameron Photographic. If you've recently subscribed, thank you so much. It means an enormous amount to me. If you're an older subscriber, then you guys are the reason why I do this. And again, thank you very much. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Go away. No, I don't mean it. You're very welcome too. Now, this is the point where I normally do a big reveal and produce whatever I'm going to talk about from under a cloth or something like that. But I thought to myself, what's the point? You've seen the title. It's why most of you are here. Yes, it's my new Nikon Z7 II. I told you I was going to get one last Thursday, and today, Monday, it's here, all the way from sunny Hong Kong. Now, why did I get it from there, I hear you ask? Well, how about it was about £700 cheaper, and it's quite often quicker, especially when we have bank holidays like we just have. And more importantly, it's available, which it wasn't from a lot of retail shops over here. Especially when I was looking over the last couple of weeks, stocks have been short over here. Anyway, my Z6 and D850 are sold, and I'm sure I've made the right decision. Well, 90%. I hate losing cameras and I hate change. You can see from behind me. So let's see what's in the box. By the way, let me know in the comments why you like these box openings. Is it because you plan to buy one? Maybe you're just intrigued. I don't know. I just wondered. They seem to be quite popular. Anyway, so what have we got here? We've got the usual user's manual. It looks tiny compared to the normal ones. But anyway, open up. It's always difficult to do when I can't actually see what's in here. Right, okay, we have the USB cable, as per usual. We have the strap. I always ask this, does anybody use these? They always go back the same way as they come to me, still in the plastic. But anyway, mains plug, very important. Battery charger, equally important, goes with mains plug. Oh, these little clip things. Apparently they're there to secure USB and such cables, HDMI cables. I never use them. Do you use them? I've got one of these I use. But anyway, what's next? Plug adapter. Battery. Now this will be the C version. That's important actually, because somewhere here, yes, here we go. This is the AC adapter. Strangely enough, it comes with the Z7 II, not the Z7 VI. Anyway, it plugs into the mains at one end and the camera at the other. And it charges the battery while you use the camera. Now, an important note is that according to Nikon, it won't charge with the original EN-EL15 or EN-EL15A batteries. So presumably the B. Anyway, this is the C, and it will do this, and you can carry on using it with the C as well. You can carry on using the camera while you charge it. That's new, isn't it? Anyway, anything else in there? Nope. So the only thing left can be the camera itself. So if I move that to one side, let's have a look. Now, there it is, my new Z7 II. So let's get some statistics out of the way. It's got dual XP 6 image processors. That's two of them, guys. A lot of power. It's got 2 card slots, CF Express, XQD and SD. We've all been crying out for those, haven't we? It does eye, face and animal autofocus for both stills and video. USB hot charging while still shooting, I've just shown you that. It packs a 45.7 megapixel sensor. It boasts 5-axis in-camera vibration reduction and does a ridiculous 64 to 25,600 ISO. It shoots up to 10 frames a second. That's important to me because I do sports. It's got 493 autofocus points and it uses hybrid phase detect contrast autofocus with autofocus assist. It also does 4K video footage, which is the other reason why I got it. I think we need to look at the buttons and the dials, don't you? I always rush through these, so I'm going to try and seem to take a little bit more time. So let's start with the top. We've obviously got the camera mode dial. It's the standard PASM, which is program, aperture, shutter, priority, manual modes. But it's also got auto. That's not unusual. But what is unusual, it's got U2, U1 and U3. I always get that ran the wrong way for some unknown reason. Anyway, those can be used to set your own profiles to. We've got the EVF mode button. That's this little thing here. And it's an automatic display switch, and it scrolls through different settings to work with your sensor, with your EVF sensor, and it can be used when the EVF sensor detects the eye. So it goes from the rear screen to the EVF. You can switch it to viewfinder only, which means it turns off the rear screen completely. Monitor only, so that's the other way around. The EVF is turned off completely. Now this is the one I love. You can prioritize the viewfinder. This makes the camera work similarly to a DSLR. So the rear screen stays off until you need to play back a picture or use the menu, and the viewfinder stays on. I like that one. I prefer that. There's the dial for adjusting the focus for your eyes, just there. Then you've got the record button, ISO, exposure compensation. Oh, and the on-off switch. Oh, and the shutter button. That's quite an important one, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at the back. I keep getting my thumb on that. Okay, so we've got playback, trash or delete. This little thing here is the sensor that senses the eye. If you have the viewfinder set for both it and the rear screen. This switch goes between the stills camera and the video camera. The display button, that cycles through various display and information options. Have fun playing with that. They will be fairly self-explanatory. We've got the AF on button for rear button focusing. A lot of you guys use that. We've got the rear dial, of course. And we've got this little sub-selector joystick. You can select the focus point, lock the focus, etc. I've got to be honest, I never use it. The info button, that's really useful and I use it all the time. Basically, it's a shortcut to most of the settings you'll ever need. White balance, JPEG or RAW, focus modes, etc. The list is, well, it's not endless, but there's a good amount in there. And below that we have the multi-selector and the OK button. And then we have the all-important menu. And then we have the enlarge or reduce or zoom in and out buttons, whatever you want to call them. The minus button actually doubles up as a help button if you're new to this, guys. That's worth knowing. Finally, there's the release mode self-timer button. You press this, turn the rear dial, and you can choose frames per second or self-timer. Okay, looking at the front of the camera, there's the lens release just there, and there's two FN function buttons. These can be used as a shortcut to settings you change often. I don't use them because I find them quite fiddly to get to. Oh, and the front dial, of course. The front dial, let's not forget that. So that's basically the buttons and dials dealt with. So I guess the only thing we've got to talk about now is the battery compartment, which is there, and the memory card slots, which is there. On the other side, we've got the various inputs for HDMI, good grief, HDMI. Now you use a Type C connector, you'll need a Type A for the other end normally. It's bigger, okay, that's the only difference. It's bigger and most devices use it. You've got the USB there and the little connector for the charger, and under the next one you've got your microphone and your phono. Okay, pop those back down again so it's weatherproof. Now I'm going to be using this Sunday as the official photographer at the Border Collie Club of Great Britain Champ Show. I'm that confident in this camera. To be quite honest, I should be after all this testing. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you like this video, you know what I'm going to say. Press the like button. And if you really liked it, press the subscribe button. What's it going to cost you? Nothing. Press that subscribe button. It keeps me going. It makes me feel loved and wanted. Anyway, we're off to have some fun. See you soon. Thank you.